Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hit that bell because the tea don't stop. I hope everybody is having a great holiday. I just jumped on here because y'all got some information. Y'all see it. My sources are telling me that Porsha will not more than likely be back. They are pissed with Porsha. Y'all been watching the episodes. She has absolutely nothing going on, to the fact that we are actually watching Porsha go see houses that she can't afford. I mean, come on now. Porsha has absolutely nothing going on. And my sources are telling me they don't really want to bring her back because Porsha gave nothing. Angela Oakley is the one that everybody is loving. And what I'm hearing is they're asking Angela, or potentially going to ask Angela, maybe she has some interesting friends. Porsha did not give what she was supposed to give. And frankly, let's just put it out there. Porsha is a liar, okay? She lies. All of this stuff about she can't talk about Simon. Where is the gag order? Because I ain't see one. Now, a gag order prohibits her from talking about him. But let's just say there was a gag order somewhere hidden. Why come she can't talk about the effects of her marriage and how things affected her? She's giving us nothing, right? Why is she on this show? If you go to her YouTube channel, she's telling y'all, I know you're not seeing a lot on the show, but just come on over here to my YouTube channel. Porsha knows that she's in deep stuff. And even if they did decide to bring her back, you finna get a little bit of money because Porsha gave nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Porsha can't even film at a house that she live in. So we are not getting anything from her. Now, if you guys had the opportunity to watch Drew, she did an interview with Carlos King. And what did Drew say? She says, well, Porsha is making up lies. And she said part of the reason that Porsha is making up these lies is simply because Porsha cannot deliver on what she promised the network. And we've kind of talked about that. Porsha isn't, she's just not able to deliver anything. Everything that she's given us is just not interesting. I know when you all thought about Porsha coming back, maybe you guys were like me thinking, hey, we're going to get the opportunity to see what actually happened in Porsha's marriage, because that's what I thought. I thought that we were actually going to get the opportunity to hear Porsha's side of the story. But in fact, we did not get that. And Drew kind of explained it best to me because Drew said Porsha just isn't giving anything. She's not. Um, Porsha was brought back, and pretty much she is not giving us anything. So my sources are telling me, and if you guys are even watching the show, which I know that you are, it's boring. There's not much going on. If anything, the show is boring. We go from Shamea and Drew, which Shamea shouldn't even have a problem with Drew. I mean, Drew called her a lap dog, but I mean, we can kind of understand where that's coming from. But there is nothing really happening. We are gone from the situation with Kenya and Britt, and that shit was stretched out about 5 episodes. Y'all ain't nothing happening. There's nothing going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta. And frankly, they could have brought somebody else on, and it probably would have been more interesting than it is with Porsha, because Porsha is going from Drew to Shamea. So it's like her entire storyline is Drew. Then when she can't get a rise out of Drew, is Shamea, and then it's Dennis. You're filming with Shamea. This is all a bunch of BS. So there is nothing happening with regards to Porsha. And that is why, I mean, the fans are disgusted with Porsha, disgusted with her, disgusted with what she's bringing to the show, because she ain't bringing shit. And y'all know who is really starting to get on my nerves? Carlos. When I tell you Carlos King just don't be factual with shit, it's irritating. Now, Carlos said on his recap of the show, oh, Porsha, she can't talk about her divorce. So why would Porsha not be able to talk about her own feelings? So what court order would exemplify Porsha from being able to talk about something and how it affected her? She just doesn't want to do it. Either that she's lying and she doesn't want to talk about it, because if she lies, then Simon can sue her. But her talking about the effects of the marriage, there's no court order for that. So why is she not talking about these things when she's being paid a check? But yet, and y'all, this is the part that's crazy. Why are we watching Porsha tour homes that she can't even afford? And y'all, we're going to get into some of these comments, because I went to social media and y'all was eating Porsha alive. When I say y'all was eating Porsha alive, y'all was eating her alive with regards to that house. Because y'all like, wait a minute, girl. It ain't that we don't mind you looking at a house, but what we want is for you to actually look at a house that you actually can afford. Because Porsha looking at a $4 million property, it actually makes no sense. I mean, if you're going to look at a house, we want you to look at one that you can actually afford. But looking at a property with 8 bedrooms, it just doesn't make sense. 8 bedrooms, 7, it's dumb. It's actually dumb. And it's extremely irritating. So fans are pretty much fed up with the entire situation with regards to Porsha. Now, when I go over to the Jasmine brand, let me see if I can bring it up here. Let's see. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into what the Jasmine brand is saying. Now, let's get it up here.
Hi, Porsha. Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd love to give you a little tour.
So we saw that in which she was looking at this property, which everybody knows she can't afford it. Here's the first comment. And explain to me why Porsha is looking for an 8-bedroom home or houses when Kelly had her Balmain event. I thought she was saving that money for attorney fees. Porsha thought she was going to get her happily ever after with someone else's scamming ass husband. That's what the commenter said. 8 bedrooms, Porsha. She like, really? Porsha, stop looking at houses you can't afford. You know damn well you ain't sold that many sheet sets yet. You and PJ don't need all that house. I mean, really. Porsha is really banking on getting her claws on a chunk of Simon's illegally gained money. Why is Porsha touring a $4.2 million house? What the hell is Porsha doing with the 8-bedroom house? Watching Porsha look for a new house, and I'm really trying to figure out, did she really think she was going to have a fairy tale ending with Simon? I guess Porsha couldn't keep Simon's house, couldn't keep Hordell's house, married those men for money. And now look. Oops, I forgot something. Yeah, and now look. Now she wants to paint Simon as the demon. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Atlanta in a long time, and I'm only watching the latest one because of Phaedra. But why is Porsha house hunting? What happened to Porsha's palace? Honey, the people are tired. They were really hoping for Porsha to come in and save the Real Housewives of Atlanta day. In all honesty, at this point, y'all gonna have to go get Nene Leakes. I'm sorry, because the show needs to just go away at this point. I mean, if y'all can't get Nene Leakes, I'm gonna just say, just be over with the show, because Porsha is not going to make it. And to be honest, I like Phaedra, but Phaedra is a fun girl. She really doesn't give very much either. So her and Porsha together, I don't know what they're hoping to bring, but y'all got to let me know what y'all think. Porsha is gone. She's done. And maybe that's the reason why all of this work she's putting into her YouTube channel, because she know that she ain't gave this season. She has given nothing.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock.